Alright, let's talk about the Incorta Data AdWords application for general ledger. Here is the agenda. We are going to go over the Incorta data application for GD AdWords, data model, and the general ledger dashboards. And then we will talk about the business view and the business schema we created. Here are the modules that we have in the data application. Now let me go to the environment to show you what we have. Here is our GDE data application. So you can see our data application covers the following area: master, financials, distribution, and human resources. So for financial, it's cover account payable, account receivable, and account ledger. In distribution, it's cover inventory, supply, demand, procurement, and sales. We have not yet covered the areas such as fixed assets and projects. We plan to work on these areas and also plan to work on work order for manufacturing. Today we are going to focus on financial only. For the financial area, assume that our users are senior management, financial analysts, or internal auditor. Senior managers may want to know what the overall financial health, what the financial performance by period, and the financial analysts may want to know various metrics. KPIs and auditors may want to make sure that process is followed. And the dashboard we provide is like a trial balance, income statement, and a balance sheet, as well as a yearly comparison. So the financial statement, like the report, which provides the same like a year-over-year comparison or like a ratio-based comparison. Now let me go through the financial foundation. So for the financial foundation, we cover the GL account, calendar, and the UDC. Let's start with the chart of account in GDE. A chart of account exists in any financial application, including GD AdWords. In GD AdWords, the chart of account is sorted by the following key columns: company, business unit, object accounts, and the subsidiaries. So the business unit is used to provide the breakdown of P&L, the profit and loss report. In other systems, it may call cost center and profit center. For the revenue and the expense, you can break down by a business unit, and the business unit does not necessarily need to balance. For this purpose, GDE has the company as a separate segment. But this company segment is implicit because a business unit can determine the company at the company level. The balance sheet and the income statement can be balanced. For the object account, sometimes people call nature account, when classify the transaction as different assets, liabilities, capitals, revenues, and expenses. The subsidiary is a further breakdown that can be used by deploying company to model anything. It is detailed description of accounting records. This is optional. Many implementations don't have this concept. These are the tables storing the chart of accounts. Let's see the data model in Incorta. And you can see here, here is a model from the Incorta. The accounts are stored in account master table. F0901 is point to business unit table F0006. Then the business unit table point into the company table F0010. And this is GL account organized into account number in a range. So for example, in our screen, you can see this inside. For the assets, it's between 1,000 and 3,990. So we create this account category as a formula column. This needs to be customized for each company. We rely on this account category as a filter in the dashboards. And here is a formula. So in the chart of accounts, there is an important concept, the levels of detail. This helps with the account hierarchy. The levels of detail will start with 3 because 1 and 2 is a company and a business unit. You can see that level 7 is a lowest level. The 8 and 9 are for special usage, such as job cost. In Incorta, we join to the flattened table. Sometimes people call a denormalized data model, which basically means that each level is modeled as a separate column in the same record. Then lists a GL account. And here I'm going to introduce a concept in GD AdWords, a GL account. A GD AdWords use a concept of level of detail to build the account hierarchy. So you can hear this level of detail is each object account having an attribute or levels of detail. As you can see now, account number 1110 is a level 7. It is a child of 1105. The reason is because of 1105 is less than 1110, and the level of detail is 1 above. So 6 is above 7. Basically, each of the accounts, it will find a parent. The object account number is less than it, and the levels of detail is above. That's how we find the account hierarchy. And this is the object account hierarchy. The rule is specific to a company, so different companies have different ranges and have different hierarchies. We create a materialized view about this account hierarchy. Another also add on to this chart of account is the GDE provides the flexibility for addressing the reporting need from a reporting company. It's called a user-defined category. And you can see here is a data model from Incorta. These two tables grouping by this table, and these two tables is grouping by this table. And this user-defined category is customized by customer. The next topic we like to talk about is a physical calendar in the GD AdWords application. Let me go to this inside. So this table, as we show here in our screen, is basically organized by physical date pattern. For each record in this table is a year, and also the period of begin and end of each period. GDE also models a physical calendar using these 3 columns: century, physical year, and physical months. So you can select the century and then select the year and the months. So here the month is a physical month. It may or may not match to the regular calendar. So this is about the financial foundation. Now let me go to the environment to show you the general ledger dashboards. So for the general ledger dashboards, we provide income statement, balance sheet, trial balance, and we allow people to join into account ledger. And we also provide the yearly comparison. So let's start with the income statement. For all the reports, we have the same prompts. So it allows us to filter by different accounts, business unit, like a company and subledgers. We assume that we will view the data within the company. The company is a mandatory filter, and you will look at the one period each time. We implement these two physical year and physical months as a presentation variables because we would like to provide a year-over-year comparison. Then we can now filter the data by year. The year will be used to determine which year is a anchor year to compare with the last year. So for the income statement, let's look at the monthly detail first. So using the monthly details give you some ideas of how GDE stores the data and what the data look like. GDE provides a table to aggregate the data by period, and each record is running on one account for a year, and each column is a period. And this is data that we discussed earlier about the physical calendar. We define the calendar and the aggregate data in this way. We display this because our financial manager will want to see the breakdown of YTD. They can see all the months over the monthly value until the current month. In the income statement, so in this tab, on the left-hand side, we organize the GL account by the account hierarchy. So it's from a materialized view. As we mentioned earlier, you are allowed to draw on the top level and going down to the detail level. So in the income statement, we provide two tabs of comparison. One is a current year compared with last year. And this is a change for monthly. And we provide the ratio analysis using the revenue as a base to see all the percentage. Please note that the number that show up may not be readable because the data we have in the Oracle environment, it has a lot of missing data. We cannot produce a meaningful report using the data. So we also have the YTD and QTD here. Now let's talk about the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we have the same prompt, same filter, and the same presentation variable. The difference is that you will see the whole account structure here. You can see here the balance sheet by period and the balance sheet by subledger. The balance sheet by subledger allows deploying the company to check the account balance, especially in AR and AP. So for example, if I view the intercompany account receivable, if I click here and then go to the subledger, then here are the related transaction. And for the journal details tab, it shows the journal line details. Then let me go to the trial balance. So here is a trial balance summary, and this is a details tab. So for each financial report, the MTD current year, this column, can drill into the account ledger dashboard to view the account ledger detail. So if I click here, you can see here is a account ledger summary. And here you can only see the assets. And the physical year is 70, and the physical month is June. And the last dashboard we have is a yearly comparison. So here is a year-over-year comparison. You can see this is current year, and you can see the 4 years before. And we did these columns by formula. Here is a formula. So this is today's demo of the Incorta JDE application for general ledger. Thank you for watching.